Need to go up this other way.
All dead, just as I feared. Wait, what's this? Fascinating. Most of the monuments up here are inscribed with 3-stanza epitaphs. It was a common practice. This rubbing... Well,
I'm just gonna read through this quickly, folks.
As to why they came here to die, I have no idea. Maybe the...
Let
me translate this rubbing. No looters, no lesser orcs. Remarkable. We should try to find...
Okay, so we gotta try to find the other parts of this rubbing, pretty much.
Stibbins, be a deer and bury them.
And I mean, I have 2 stamina abilities on my bar, you know, but it's like, I want to be mainly Magicka. I should be able to have 3 Magicka abilities on my bar and use them when I want without running out of Magicka all the time, you know what I mean? I feel like, there, I'm out of Magicka. Now that's because I went from one fight straight to another, but I mean, still, that shit happens all the time. And I don't want to have to drop potions all the time. That's why I wanted to hurry up, because this other person's coming along with me. So, if there's a boss I need to fight or something, I don't want to have to wait for it to re-pop. So we're gonna go at the same speed they are. Bro, it's just not letting me hit this thing. I got my crosshair right on it, and I'm just swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging my sword, and it's just missing. Like, I don't know what you expect me to do. It's not my fault. I'm close enough to hit them. I got the crosshair right on them. Like, I'm close enough to touch them, bro, let alone hit them. See, like right now. Oh, and they're just trying to tell me, oh, that's a miss. Oh, that's a miss. I'm literally standing on top of it, but I'm missing. I could have punched it with my fist. But you're telling me I missed. Kind of weird to me. Kind of glitchy. Glitchy. And here's our remaining stanzas.
Another stanza. Incredible.
I think I was supposed to wait there to hear what he said. But I don't know how I was supposed to know that, and now I'm missing the entire conversation because now I'm in combat.
Oh my.
So what were you guys saying now? What?
Where's his body?
Milady, you need to see this.
Build the fire here. I need more light. Maybe there's a hidden door.
It would have been nice if they would have indicated in some way that I was supposed to stay there and listen to what was said.
Can't you see I'm trying to... Oh. I suggest a strategic retreat.
I wholeheartedly agree, milady.
Let's stand back here and let Karsten and our friend work in peace.
Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk to him or fucking not. Okay, am I supposed to go now? Or are you guys gonna start talking about shit again as soon as I walk away and get into combat? This is so confusing. It just pissed me off. Like, I'm like, okay, let me go do this. And then as soon as I start to walk away, wait, now we showed up, and now we're talking, but you can't hear a word we're saying because you're in loud-ass combat with two ogres. This has actually been fun doing this with this other person. It just makes you wonder how they left that like that if they play tested it. You know what I mean? If they play tested that, how did they not notice that that was going to be an issue?
I think they found the third stanza, milady.
Quiet, Stibbons. There might still be ogres about. Quickly, Karsten. What does it say?
Let me take a look. Torog wasn't pleased that they built his shrine below the summit. He wanted to rest at the top.
Does it say anything about the armlet of Torog?
He carried it to the summit. It says he laid Sorrow's kiss upon it. Yes, Zugka. I'm certain it's kiss.
Sorrow's kiss? The same phrase from the fragment. Doesn't that sound so romantic, Stibbons?
Very sentimental, lady. But are you sure that doesn't say Zugra?
Now, Stibbons, really, leave the translating to the experts. In the meantime, I must speak to our friend. Isn't this wonderful news? To protect his own tomb from looters and to ensure his legend among his people, Torog...
Okay, she wants me to go to the summit and get the
I
ambulance.
swear, sometimes I think you hear one word I say out of every three. You're almost as bad as my manservant. Every Breton knows the story of the armlet of Torog. It's a bracelet.
Okay, I'm just reading through this quickly.
I'd
Because
prefer
I don't,
to
once
find
again, I don't
some
know if they
from
gave
venturing
me
out.
the
And even if there's some
objectives
moment
yet
of
or
truth to the
not.
tale, all you need to do is grab the armlet. Easy as eating a sweet roll.
What if
I
Carson's
don't agree with
translation is
Carson
wrong?
about
Yeah,
many
see, now they
of his
finally
order
give me
but
the
on this
objectives now.
point, we're in perfect alignment. The proper translation is Sorrow's Kiss. Now go and get the armlet while we see what other relics we can acquire for the museum.
Alright, let's do it. Oh goodness, Tiny Tina. I bet you cold. Yeah, I mean, I did hit the dodge button, and that's kind of what dodge is for, I thought, but I guess not this time around. I hit the dodge button. I was like, oh, cool, so I'll get out of that because I hit the dodge button right when it happened. No. Why is my character all fucked up? Like, she's like running sideways and shit, and like... Okay, got the armlet. Let's go. Outta here. Oh, I'm dead.
Look, our friends have returned to their senses. Oh, I told you they weren't dead, Stibbins.
And look, that must be the armlet of Torog. I refuse to let you go through with your plan, Lady Laurent.
Really, Karsten, not that again. We clearly have more to discuss. Stibbins, see to our friends.
You missed all the drama while you were unconscious. Lady Laurent and our helpful orc had a dreadfully intense argument about the armlet of
I was unconscious?
the thin air up here. But whatever you did made the weather calm down, so we followed you up. That's when Karsten and Lady Laurent started arguing. Karsten thinks the shrine would be a better location to display the armlet than the museum.
And Lady Laurent disagrees?
Oh, most indubitably. The museum hired her to acquire relics, and she hates to disappoint. Perhaps you could talk to them, help them reach a decision that gets us someplace warm. Hmm? You better let me hold on to the armlet, just to be on the safe side.
If you insist.
I'm glad you recovered the armlet of Torog. But before you decide what to do with the relic, you need to hear what I have to say.
I understand that you and Lady Laurent disagree about what to do with the relic.
So it would seem. This shrine stands as a tribute to our past glories. It reveals an age when orcs...
Tell me what you want to do with the relic.
Torog should remain in his shrine.
I read that
Let your
stuff.
every
I'm
orc
just
find
reading
sorrow
through
to see
it quickly.
To understand what our
I'm getting
ancestors were
impatient a little
capable of
bit.
achieving. In this way, the relic will become a symbol to bind our people together.
Alright, I
Surely-
need to speak to Lady
Of
Laurent
course.
before I make my
Sorry I got all
decision.
emotional. You climbed the summit. You found the relic. You should be the one to decide.
Okay. Let's see what she has to say.
I don't know what's gotten into Karsten. Why would anyone want to climb all the way up to the
I understand that
shrines
you
in
and
ancient
Carson
relics?
disagree about what to do with the
Say
relic.
so. The museum specifically tasked us to retrieve relics and bring them to Orsinium. History is meant to be admired, not left hidden in the past. Karsten's plan means I will have failed in my mission, and Lady Laurent never fails.
I'm just gonna give it to her because I like her. Last time I seem to remember giving it to him because I thought it should stay at the shrine. So we'll give it to her and send it to the museum this time. I agree with you, the armlet of Torg should go to the museum.
I knew I could count on you. Soon every orc will be able to gaze upon this important relic in the comfort of Orsinium's museum. But first, I need to see what this wonder actually does. Oh, Stibbins, be a dear and try it on, please. A little faster, Stibbins. I'm anxious to see what the relic actually does.
But, my lady, what if I'm not worthy?
Nonsense. We're not afraid of legends and superstitions, are we?
No, my lady. Of course not. Well, here goes nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
Pro solid
Stibbins,
Stibbins.
What did you do this time?
Maybe your manservant was right. Maybe it does say Sorrow's curse.
uh-oh. Something bad always happens to
finds a way to turn the
Stibbins.
simplest task into an ordeal. Ugh, I don't know why I continue to employ the man.
So what happens
The
now?
armlet of Tarek will receive a place of honor in the Orsinium Museum. I believe that a prominent sign that says "Do not touch" or "You are not worthy" would also be prudent.
Right, right. Like, warning, you will be frozen solid if you touch this. That's what I would put on it. What about Stibbins?
Now, someone at the Mages Guild will be able to help me thaw out poor Stibbins. It may take weeks for him to warm up, but he'll be fine. But you should be pleased. The orcs will sing my praises, and they're sure to say nice things about you as well. Give me a moment, and I'll open a portal back to our base camp.
A portal? So why did we have to make that harrowing climb?
Teleportation is a delicate business. I can't just open a portal to someplace I've never seen.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen what can happen when you try to do that. I love Lady Laurent. She's like, she's freaking adorable. I always feel bad for Stibbins, though.
Honestly, orcs approach everything like you're going to war.
Perhaps you'd like to carry him, Your Majesty.
Look.
I hope Karston can get Stibbins back to the Mages Guild without dropping him too many times. I'm not sure what they can do if poor Stibbins gets cracked, or even shattered. Anyway, thanks again for your able assistance.
This guy's probably just gonna be mad at me.
I'm a little worried about getting Stibbins back to the Mages Guild. Orcs don't have a word for fragile or handled with care.
No, he didn't seem to care about not keeping the thing at the shrine. Like I said, it was actually fun doing that with that other person, because they're an archer and I was melee, so we worked well in a team together. So where would we like to go next? So we've pretty much done that whole area there. I guess now we ought to go up and around here and check out what's going on up there. Pretty sure I already finished the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild with her. Yeah, the only guild stuff I have going on is the Sigic Order stuff because I did Somerset with Tina. I did Somerset with Tina because at the time I didn't have my High Elf Necromancer, so she was my only Elf Aldmeri Dominion character, so I figured she would be the best for Somerset. But I am going to take my High Elf back and do Somerset with her. Because not only is she a High Elf, but she lives in Alinor on Somerset, so I figure I'd like to do that DLC with her. Oh yeah, so we found this helm. We should take that back to the Museum of Orsimer Glories in Orsinium. Where is the closest way shrine? Not very close. Let's just fast travel. Come on, Mally the Demon Chimkin. It's time to go. See, I always like to have characters that do good but look evil. You know what I mean? I've always been into that. That's why I like on here. She doesn't look very evil, but like I like a lot of the Dremora stuff, or like I have the evil recall thing. Like I'm always a big fan of that. Have a character that looks like an evil villain, but then you kind of just run around helping people. I still think it's funny as hell she called it the House of Gory Details.
The Relic Hunter returns. Tell me, was your search for Uzdabik's helm successful? There's a display case just waiting to be filled.
See, so this is basically the find 20 things for this DLC. Every DLC has a thing that's find 20 things. But so far, I like the way they did it in this DLC because they just told me where the thing was and I went and found it. Most of them give you a list of 20 things with 20 hints on where the things are, and then you have to go find them like a scavenger hunt. Just my opinion, I'm not that big on scavenger hunts, so if they wanted me to find 20 things, I would rather know where they were, and then the challenge be that there's lots of enemies between me and that thing, you know? But that's just me personally.
So it really
I don't like
does
riddles and
exist.
clues and
Sometimes you never know
scavenger
when you're
hunts,
dealing
and
with
like
myth and legend.
I'm not a big fan of
But
that.
I'd trouble you to take it downstairs and place it in its display. In the meantime, I'll find that list of relics I mentioned the last time we spoke.
See, now it looks like now they're gonna do it. They told me where to find the first one, but now they're gonna give me the list of clues. That's when I just check out, and I'm like, all right, no thanks. I'm good. All right, let's go put the helm down here. See, the shield I put down here, somebody else found that, and she was just like, oh, I'll just put it down there. All right, there we go.
It's so nice to have a little help around here. Thanks for finding that historic treasure and setting it on its display. But this is only the beginning. The wilds of Hrothgar are brimming with all sorts of important antiquities.
Is there anything else I can do to help?
Indubitably, you've got a talent for relic hunting, and I'd be remiss if I didn't take advantage of that. Here's a list of the relics I believe await us in the wilds of Hrothgar. Find them, bring them here, and the museum will reward you handsomely. One more piece. It's almost complete.
Okay. So she just gave me that item, right? That was supposed to give me the clues for all the things. There it is. See, so this is just giving you like some very general clues. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like this one, recovered from a destroyed historical text, but lost on the road to Orsinium. What? Jesus Christ! You know, like I don't want to do a fucking scavenger hunt, bro. See, that's what I mean. That's where I just end up checking out of that shit. Like, you know, I'll just be like, okay, cool.
Good, good. You've done such a fantastic job filling these walls. The House of Orsimer Glories is finally worthy of its name. There's just one final piece, if you don't mind braving the wilderness.
I don't understand. Why is she acting like this is finished? Is it just counting it as finished because I did it with my other character? I don't even know if I did all these with my character that I did this DLC with. But it seems like the quest just like completed itself. What did you have in mind?
Entirely certain, of course. One can never be certain of these things. But I think I've discovered the location of a major relic. If I'm correct, it belonged to King Torug, founder of Orsinium, and creator of its Bear Rider cavalry.
How does that concern the House of Orsimer Glories? Well, that's what the House of Orsimer Glories is all about. That's a dumb question, but I have to say
King Torug's bear, Coldwind, was a mountain among hills. When King Torug died, Torug entombed her remains in a cave long thought lost. Until now, according to this report. So, Will you retrieve Coldwind's skull for the House of Orsimer glories?
I'll recover it. I don't get it. So is that acting like it was complete, or are they just giving me these things one at a time? Yeah, it says she has one final request for the House of Orsimer glories. I don't get it. Because I don't... Like I said, I don't even remember if I found all 20 of those things with my orc character before I left here. I couldn't even tell you. I'd have to get on with her and come back here and look. I'm going to after this stream because I'm kind of curious now if maybe I found them all and that's why it's giving me that, like, that it's just acting like it's done already. I don't know what's up with that. That seems kind of weird. But it wants me to go find this bear skull. Oh, it's way up there where I just was. You're kidding me. Like, I could have literally done that while I was up there. That sucks. We gotta go back up in, like, the same area now. That seems like a weird thing to go back up there and do. Well, I guess let's go do it. Seems weird for them to just turn me right around and like, yeah, go ahead, just go on back up there. Okay, I guess.
This one is not sure what to think about the Red Guard leading the Fighters Guild.
It seems like this is actually just out in the wilderness down here. Let's try to ease our way down this cliff here. It doesn't look too high. We should be able to get down here. Okay, go back this way. Whoop. Okay, we're all right. It's got to be close the way the arrows move.